Hello everyone, thanks for coming. We will wait another 5 minutes for other people to join in. Hello everyone, welcome to the advanced session on Git. Myself, I am Anju M. Dominic from Quadralogics. In this session, I will be dealing with some of the advanced concepts in Git like Git branching, rebasing, tagging, and if time permits, I will be doing stashing also. For the convenience of all the participants, I have created a repository in this particular path. I'll share the path in the chat window also. You can first log in into your GitHub and go to this path, and you can fork the repository, clone the repository to your local system, and start working along with me. I assume that since this is an advanced course, all the participants have the basic understanding of working with Git. If you are completely new to Git, please go through my previous video, an introductory workshop to Git. So I'll just show you how to fork the repository. Log in to your GitHub first. So this is the path where I have created a repository, and this will be the code on which we will be working on in this session. I will show you with another user ID how it looked like, since I can't fork the repository here because this repository was created by my user Quadralogics. I have another user. I'll try to log in that and show you how to fork the repository. So this is the repository, this is the path. I'll share you this path in the chat window now itself. So you can go to this path after logging in into your GitHub. So you can fork this session here. You will be seeing the fork button on the extreme right side. After you log in into your GitHub, you can fork the repository. So I'll be getting the copy of Quadralogics webinar repository into my login, and I can clone this, and you can start coding along with me. So I'll go back to my Quadralogics path. I'll go to the repositories. So this is the repository I have shared with all of you, so you can fork this repository and clone it to your local system so that you can start coding along with me. I hope everybody have cloned the repository, or at least forked the repository. The link has already been shared in the chat window. Hope all got the path. So now we are ready to go, ready to start with our session. Let's start with branching. What is branching? Branching is creation of an independent line of work. It helps us to do two or more work simultaneously without interfering with each other. So the next question that comes into your mind is, when is this branching used? I'll tell you with an example. Assume that you are a developer and you are assigned to a particular project, say a website creation project. So you are a developer who is going to work on a website creation project. So the first thing that you will do is download the code base for the website project to your local system. Let's do that. So in the Git repository, similar to webinar 9th Jan, I have created another repository for me to work on, which has the similar code base as that of webinar 9th Jan that I have shared with you all. So you can parallelly fork the repository, but I'll be working from this web1 path. So this web1 is similar to webinar 9th Jan repository, the path that I have shared. And this web1 will have the entire code base for the website creation project. So as a developer, I need to download this code base to my local system. How to do that? It will be done by cloning the repository. We'll use the command git clone to download the entire code base to your local system. Let's do that first. We'll go to our terminal. And I'm going to download the code base for the website creation project in this particular path. So what I'll do is I'll git clone and give the URL of the repository. So what is the URL of the repository? You will be getting it here. I'll be copying it to the clipboard, and then in the terminal I'll be pasting it, and what I'll be getting is the entire code base will be put into web1 directory. I'll go to that web1 directory. See, if you go to the web1 directory or repository in the GitHub, what are the things you will see? Let's go to GitHub. So this is the code base for the website project, and what are the files that are included in the code base. You have a home.html file and a home.css file. So for simplicity, I have taken an HTML file and I have written a simple code here in the home.html file, just a single line code, a heading tag that will actually create home page with this heading home pages. In this session, we are not worried about what language you are coding or the coding syntax. We are just worried about how Git will handle the files. So if you don't know the HTML coding, don't worry too much. Just assume that these two files will create a home page for your website. Home.html will actually create the home page and home.css will do some styling on the home page. So these are the two files, or this is what the website project is doing now. This is the code base you are having. And one more thing that you need to notice, if you go to this repository, you can see two commits. So for the website creation project, there has been two commits till date, that is one for adding home.html page and another one for adding home.css page. So this is the basic walkthrough on the website code base, website project code base. So I have downloaded the code to my local system, so I am ready to go. So that is the basic understanding of the code base for the website creation project. So you have two files, home.html and home.css, and you have two commits, one for adding home.html and another one for adding home.css. So if you go to the terminal, after cloning the repository web1, you will be able to see that you have all the details in your local environment now. You have two files, home.css and home.html. And if you want to see the commits, you can use the command git log. That will show you two commits, one with the commit identifier as this one, with the commit message as added home.html to create the home page, and another commit for adding home.css file to style the home page. So now we are ready to go. We have the entire code base ready now. Now the first task. So the first task is to add a new feature to your website. Assume that you need to add a contact feature to your website. So what you will do? You will go to home.html page and start modifying it to add the contact details. Contact details is like email and mobile number. So let's do that. You can use any editor of your choice at your convenience. I will be using VI editor to open the HTML file because that is I am more comfortable in using VI editor. So I'll just do VI home.html. So I have the code here. So now I need to add contact details here. So what I'll do is I'll insert I'm going to add email here. So this is what I need to do. So I am happily coding. I am only halfway through my coding for the contact feature. I need to add some more details, like I need to add mobile number also. So I am only halfway through my coding for the contact feature. But unfortunately, a production issue comes. I have to work on the production issue and stop working on the contact feature. Since the production issue is the high priority issue, I need to fix that first. I can't commit this code since this is half done and I can't risk committing it. So what do you think we will do? What most of the people will do is they will undo whatever they have done for the contact feature and bring back the older version of home page. Let's do that. I'll delete whatever I have added. So now our home page is back into our old home.html file, and here I will solve the production issue. Assume that the production issue is changing the spelling of these pages. I need to change it to page. Home pages, I need to change it to home page. That is the production issue. You may be thinking that why this is a production issue, but I am just telling you for the in a simple way. In real life scenario, the production issue may be something big, something more complex. So in our case, let's assume that this is the production issue. So what most of the people will do is they'll change here. We'll change here and save it. So what did they do? Is it the right approach to do? I would say that it is a really bad approach to go through. So, that is because we ended up in doing or undoing whatever we have been doing and creating wastage of time. So I'll repeat what we have done. So we started off with the contact feature and I was just half through it. Then the production issue came. What I did was I did an undo on whatever I did for the contact feature and started fixing production issue. Assume that the contact feature is too big. It's not just simple as a single line. Contact feature, you need to add hundreds of lines and hundreds of files. If you are going to undo all those things, it's not a possible solution. First thing, it is tedious work to do and it is dangerous work to do because it is error prone. We are wasting our time in undoing everything. So that is where branching comes into picture. Branching helps in solving these problems. You can create local branches in your system and solve this problem. Local branches are branches which are visible only to you. It is not visible to the outside world. You can create how much ever branches you require in your local system. So it is better to create exclusive local branch for each of the work you are going to do. You can create a branch for the contact feature. You can create another branch for the issue feature. Let's redo this example with the help of branching and see how you can perform branching. So we have downloaded. I'll start from fresh. We have downloaded the code from the GitHub repository, that is web1, to your local system. You have two commits there. I assume that C0 is the first commit, that is for adding home.html file, and C1 is the next commit for adding home.css file. So you have two commits in your master branch. If you don't have any other branches, by default all your codings will be there on the master branch. So the master, head of the master, is pointing to the latest commit C1, which is for adding home.css file, So this is the basic structure of the code base that you have downloaded. After that, you need to work on a contact feature. So what you will do is, you will create a new branch exclusively for working with the contact feature. And I will rename the branch as contact. So I will create a new branch, contact, and start coding there. I will have another commit C2, which is in the contact branch, and that is for committing the contact feature or including the contact details in home.html file. So from the master branch you have two commits. After that you have created a new branch, contact. You have another commit on the contact branch, C2. So this commit C2 is not available on the master. It is available only on the contact branch. So we are happily working with our contact feature. At that time the production issue came. So what I will do is, I don't undo things. Since I have done the coding in an exclusive branch, I will just keep the branch like that and start working on the production issue by creating another branch. I will name it as issue. Since it is a production issue, I will name the branch as issue. And I am going to solve the issue with another commit, C3. So C3 is the commit that will solve the production issue. So I will repeat once again. You have three branches now: master branch, contact branch, and issue branch. Master branch you have two commits, C0 and C1. Contact branch you have a commit C2, which is for adding the contact feature. And in the issue branch you have a commit C3, which is for adding or resolving the protection issue. Let's do a hands-on on that. So again I'll start fresh. I'll go to another path. I'll make a different path now. Assume that it is web 2. I'll go to this web 2 and I need to download the code base for the website creation project here. So what I'll do is I'll git clone the web1 repository here. So what I'll get is I'll have the entire code base, that is web1, in the path. I'll go to web1. If I go ls, I'll be able to see 2 files, and if I give git log, I'll be able to see 2 commits. So everything is up to date. I have started fresh. Everything is up to date now. So now I need to work on the contact feature. So what I'll do is I'll create the new branch contact. How to create that? Before that, I need to check what are the branches I'm having. What is the command for that? You can use the command git branch. If you use git branch, it will tell us what are the branches you are having. So currently we have only one default branch, which is the master branch. And the small asterisk with the master branch tells us that now we are on the master branch. Whatever modifications you do now will affect the master branch. From here, I need to create another branch contact. So what I'll do is I'll use the command git branch contact. So if I give the command git branch, I'll be able to see that there are 2 branches now, master branch and the contact branch. Still the control is in master branch. I need to check out the contact branch. How to do that? You can use the command git checkout contact. So if I give the git branch command, you'll be able to see that you have 2 branches and now we are on the contact branch. So whatever we do now will affect only the contact branch. It will not be shown in the master branch. So here is where we are going to modify or develop the contact feature. We are going to add the contact details into the home.html page. So I'll use the VI editor. As I said before, you can use any of your any editor of your choice. So I'll go to VI home.html and I'm going to include contact details. So I have done it. What I'll do is I will add the file to the staging area. So if I give git status to know the status of the git repository, you have a staged file home.html, and I'll do a commit here. So I have a commit now. So let's see where we are. We are on the contact branch now. And if I give git log to know the commits what we are having, you're having 3 commits now. One is for adding home.html and one is for adding home.css. These 2 commits are from the master branch. You got it to the contact branch after doing the checkout. This is the last commit or the latest commit which is exclusively for the contact branch. If you get the commit log like this, it is very difficult to understand. So there is some options that you can give to the log command that will give you more idea. That is git log -- one line that will show the commit logs in a single line. It will show all the commits from all the branches, and graph will tell me the branching in a more graphical way. And what I'll do is I'll just decorate it with some different colors. So if you give this, what you are going to see? You're going to see some more details, or you are going to see the commit details in a more simple manner. So you have two commits, these two commits which are on the master. So origin master is having this commit, and on the contact branch you are having this commit which is exclusively for the contact branch. It is not there on the master branch. So this is where our production issue comes. So what I need to do is I need to stop working on the contact feature and go and work on the issue feature. So what I'll do, I'll create a new branch for the production issue, and I will name it as issue branch. So again, make sure that you are on the master. If I give git branch, make sure that you are on the master. Now we are going to create a new branch issue. Again, if I give git branch, I'll be able to see that I have three branches now: contact branch, issue branch, and master branch. Now I need to check out the issue branch. You will do by giving the command git checkout issue. So if I give the command git branch, you'll be seeing that you are on the issue branch now. Now I need to fix the issue. What is the issue? As I said before, I need to change the spelling of pages from pages to page. Let's do that. I'll go to home.html and I'll go to this pages and just delete it. So what I have done is I have fixed the issue. So now if I give git status, I'll be able to see that you have a modified file which is not staged. So I'll stage it to the staging area and then do the commit. Usually issue will come with a number. Just assume that it is issue number 10. So I'll repeat what I have done. So I have a master with two commits. I have a contact branch now with one commit on it, and I have an issue branch with another commit on it. Let's see the git log. See, now you can see it more graphically. So you have two commits. So I have taken, this is for adding home.html and another one for adding home.css. These are the two commits that we had in the code base. After that you created a contact branch. You have a commit there on the contact branch, which is to add the contact feature to the home.html file. Then you created an issue branch with a commit, and that is for resolving the production issue. I'll just assume that the production issue is issue number 10. So this is the basic structure now. So this is where we are now. We have two commits on the master, one commit on the contact branch and another commit on the issue branch. So now assume that I have finished coding for the production issue. I have done coding with this issue. Now I need to merge the contents of the issue branch with the master branch. Or I need to add the modifications that I have done for fixing the production issue back to the master. How will I do it? I can use the git merge command. If you use the git merge command, what you will see is both the issue branch and the master branch will have the C3 commit now. C3 commit is nothing but that spelling modification or the production issue. So the master branch also has the C3 commit now. So this type of commits, when you have a master, you have a branch, you have an extra commit on the branch which is not there on the master, and you merge the branch with the master. Such kind of merges are called fast forward merge. Let's do the hands-on on that. A fast forward merge. Let's merge the issue branch with the master. We'll go to the terminal. So let's see where we are now. We'll give the command git branch. So we are on the issue branch. You have to be on the master branch to merge. So I'll check out the master branch. So if I give git branch, see, right now we are on the master. So now you will use the command git merge issue. See, it's already here, fast forward merge. So what did we do? We moved the modifications that we did under the issue branch back to the master branch. So if I go and check the home.html file, what do you see? The change of spelling. Home.html file on the master now has the changes that I have done on the contact branch, on the issue branch. So that is what happens in a merging. You have merged the modifications that you have done on the issue branch with the master. Let's see how the git log will look like. See, now the master and the issue branch, the head of master and the issue branch points to this commit, which is for resolving the production issue. So this kind of merges are called fast forward merge. The next thing that you want to do is merge the contact branch. So is it the same kind of merge? Remember that contact branch was checked out from the master when the head of the master was pointing to C1 commit. C1 commit is nothing but adding the home.css file. But now the master has moved forward with another commit C3, or that resolution of the production issue or changing the spelling. So what happened now? The master from which the contact branch was checked out has moved forward by one commit. Or if I say otherwise, there is an extra commit on the master that is not there on the contact branch, and there is an extra commit in the contact branch that is not there on the master. So such kind of merges are called recursive merges. Recursive merges will create an entirely different commit based on C3 and C2, and an entirely different commit will be made based on C3 and C2. So it will be like this. If you merge the contact branch, you will be doing a recursive merge where a completely different commit, say C4, will be created based on the C3 and C2. It is not that simple. You may have some conflicts. Assume that same file is being modified on C3 and C2. If you are going to merge it together, you may have some conflicts because both the files are different. So you need to resolve that conflicts and continue with the merging. Let's do a hands-on on recursive merge. Let's go back to your terminal. So what I have done is, I have an issue branch, so I have merged the issue branch now. So I don't want the issue branch anymore. I'll just delete the issue branch. So I will just delete the issue branch with this command, git branch -d issue. So what I get now? So there is no mentioning of the issue branch now. So you have a master branch now with the commit on issue branch, like commit for resolving the production issue. That is what is there on the master. And this particular commit is not there on the contact branch. Contact branch is having a completely different commit, 44BD791. Master branch is at the commit 99BE97E. So if you are going to merge this contact branch, by default you will be doing recursive merge only, because you have a commit on the master which is not there on the contact branch. Please note that sometimes it will create conflicts. Let's do the merging. Check out the master and give the command git merge contact. So by default, Git will be doing a recursive merging by creating an entirely different commit based on these two commits, this contact branch commit and this commit. So let's give merge contact. Yes, we are having conflicts. That is because you changed home.html file both in the contact branch, and also there is a different home.html file on the master after merging the issue branch. So how to resolve the conflicts? You will vi the home.html file and go to that home.html file. Let's do that. You'll be able to see some less than signs, equal to signs, greater than signs. This will actually tell you what are the differences you will find on the master home.html file and also on the contact branch home.html file. So the first top section between this less than sign and equal to sign, this section is what you have on the master branch. So after merging with the issue branch, master branch has the home.html file with the change. See, you don't have the S here. But in the case of a contact branch, you still have the S here, home pages, and you have the additional details that you have added for the contact feature. So you need to resolve the conflicts here. First, what you do is you will delete the less than sign, equal to sign, etc. And I don't want this line also, like home pages. I'll delete that line also. This is how our home.html file should look like. If you have any other additional details that you need to give, you can give now. So I'll save this file. So if I give git status, it will show me that I have a modified file. So I'll stage that file and commit it. So if I give git log, what I am able to see? See, now you have an entirely different commit for merging the contact branch with the master. You have a commit where you actually added the contact details and another exclusive commit for recursive merging. You have 753 F9 E9. That is an exclusive commit for merging. So you will get an exclusive commit for recursive merging. It is not the case with fast forward merge. You don't get an extra commit. So this is about recursive merging in branching. And this is how you resolve the conflicts if you have any. Always remember that in this scenario we just had a conflict in one single file. But you may have different conflicts in different files. So you will have to go to each file, resolve the conflict, add that to the staging area and commit it. So after committing, the recursive merge will be completed. So any doubts in this session? If you have any doubts, just mention it in the chat window. So what we did was, you created you have downloaded the code from the master, created a new branch, you have a commit on the contact branch, you created another branch, issue branch, you have another commit on the issue branch. After that you merged issue branch with the master branch, and that is a fast forward merge. After that what we did was, we merged the contact branch with the master branch in a recursive manner, so you had an extra commit C4 after the recursive merge. So this is what you are having in the code base now. So the next thing that I want to do is, I want to release this version of the code. That is where tagging comes into picture. So tagging is ability to tag specific points in the history. This can be used to mark release versions of your code. So if you want to release a version of the code with all these features like contact feature and all the modifications that we have done up till now, you want to release that version of the code, you need to tag the C4 commit. How to do that? So if you do that, so tagging is just giving a name to that release. Here I have given a name version 1.0. You can name it as you like. So this is what you do in tagging. Let's do a hands-on on that. Let's go to the terminal. So again I'll give the log. So you have all these things. So I don't want this contact branch anymore. So I'll delete the contact branch with the command -d contact. Remember that whatever we have been doing now, we are just creating local branches in your local system. Only you can view these branches. These branches are not pushed to remote repository. So if I git log once again, so now contact branch is gone. So this is what you're having, the code base. I need to release this version of the code. How do you do is, you will do git tag and give the name. If you don't specifically give the commit identifier, it will by default take the last commit. So git tag version 1.0, if you keep like that and give the log, what do you see? See, this version, this commit is tagged by this version. And you can release this version. How to do a release? You need to make this global. You need to push this tag to your remote repository. So anyone who needs the version 1.0 code can go to the GitHub repo and take the same. So how to push the tags to the remote repository? First, we will push the code to the GitHub repository. Let's do that. So how to push the code? You can give the command git push. If you give the command git push, what it is going to do is, it will ask for your GitHub login credentials. I'll give mine. You can give yours. So what I have done is, I have pushed the entire code to the GitHub repository. Let's go to the GitHub repository. If you go and see web 1, see, you have found 5 commits here. Everything is here. So the entire thing is here now on the GitHub repository. But just see the releases. You don't have the releases yet. So if you have a tag, it is not enough that you push the code only. You need to push the tags also. Then only it will come to your remote repository. So how to push the tags? You can push the tags by giving the command origin, git push origin, give the tag name. You'll be again asked for your credentials. You can give the same. So now if you go and see the GitHub, so what I have done is I have given git push origin version 1.0 and I have asked for the credentials. I have given the credentials. Now go to GitHub repository. If I go to GitHub repository and see the web one, you will have one release now, that is version 1.0. That is how you release the code using tagging. So let's move to the next topic. Next topic is how to create a global branch. Till now we have been creating local branches. Assume a situation where you are going to work on a feature, say a search feature. You're going to work on a search feature in the website project. And that is not a simple feature. You have two other people working with you on the same feature, and all are coding for the same feature. So there is a need of a global branch so that all who are working on the feature branch could collaborate. So how to create a global branch? So assume that you're going to work on a search feature. So I'll create a search branch and I will have a commit on the search branch. Assume it as C5, which is for adding a search page. So this is a search branch that you have created locally, and I need to make this search branch a global branch. How to do that? Let's do a hands-on on that. So I'm going to see what are the branches I'm having now. See, I don't have any other branches. I'm on the master. So I'm going to work on the search feature now. So I'm going to create a branch, search branch. I'm going to do a checkout. And if I give the command git branch, I'll be able to see that I have a search branch now, and I am currently on the search branch. And I am going to add a commit in the search branch. Assume that I am going to create a search page. So what I'll do is I'll vi search.html file, and I will just include some code snippet. As I have told before, don't worry too much about the HTML part. Just assume that you have a code that will create a search page. So what I'll do is I'll add it to the staging area and do the commit. So now if I give git log, what it will show me. See, now I have another branch, search branch, and I have a commit on the search branch which is for adding search page. So this is the branch I need to make global. I need to make this branch global, so that my colleagues who are working with me on the search feature can also collaborate or contribute. So how to make it global? You can push this branch to your remote repository. So we'll use the command git push origin search. So we'll be asked for the credentials. So let's go and see in the GitHub what it will reflect. If I go to the GitHub and the Web1 repository, see now I have a new branch which is the search branch, and I will be having a extra search.html file exclusively in the search branch. I won't have it on the master branch. See, I have only 2 files on the master branch. So if this branch is there globally in your repository, in your remote repository, your colleagues who are also collaborators to this branch can contribute to this branch. This is how you create global branches. And global branches are required if you want to collaborate between more than one people. So let's come back to tagging. So what I have done as tagging is I have created a release for version 1.0. Now I am going to add a new feature called a pricing feature, and I am going to merge it with the master and tag the commit, and I'm going to release another version of the code including the new feature, that is the pricing feature, and I'll name it as version 2.0. So here I'll create another commit for adding the pricing feature, and I'm going to tag it as version 2.0. Let's do a hands-on on that. We'll go to our terminal. Let's see where we are, or let's check out the master. And I'm going to create a branch for the pricing. And I'm going to check out the pricing branch. So what I'm going to do in the pricing branches, I'm going to create a pricing page. So assume that I'll create price.html. So I'll just give one line of code here, and I'll just save it. So you have a price.html file. I'll add this to the staging area and commit it. Added search.html to create search page. So that is what I have done. I'll commit it. So now I have done coding for the pricing feature. I need to merge it with the master. By default it will be a fast forward merge because master has not moved forward, so it will be a fast forward merge. So what I'll do is I'll just check out the master and merge the pricing branch. So if I give git log, what it will show me? It will show me that now the master and the pricing branch has this commit which is for adding search.html. So I have merged this with the master. I have done the coding for the pricing feature, so I will delete the pricing branch by using the command git branch -d pricing. So that's fine now. So the master has a new commit that included adding a search feature. Now I want to release another version of the code. Assume that it is version 2.0. So I'll give the tag git tag version 2.0. So if I give git log, what it will show? It has already tagged this commit with version 2.0. So you will push this tag. So how to push this tag? Git push origin version 2.0. So you'll be asked for the credentials. You give the credentials. So let's go and see the GitHub. If you go to GitHub, you'll be able to see in releases one more release, which is version 2.0. So what I did was I made another commit for the pricing feature. Assume that it is csits, and I have tagged it with version 2.0. So you have two releases now, version 1.0 and version 2.0. Now there is an issue, and that issue is on version 1.0. I need to fix that issue. So issue is on version 1.0. How to do that, which is already on the production? So how to do that? You will check out this tag version 1.0 and resolve the issue and then commit it or merge it. So what we will be doing is, you will be creating a branch from this tag version 1.0, and that will have a commit C7 that will resolve the issue, and then in the next stage you will merge it with the master, and this by default will be a recursive merge. So another exclusive commit will happen for the recursive merge, which is C8. Let's do a hands-on on that. So what I'm having now is two tags, version 1.0 and 2.0. So now I have to fix an issue with version 1.0. Assume that let's check out that tag version 1.0 and see what are the files you are having. So git checkout version 1.0. See, now since we have checked out a tag, our head is dangling. Our head is not pointing to anything. Since we have checked out not a branch, we have checked out a tag. So you need to create a branch for this checked out tag. So how to do that? You can use the command git checkout -b version 1.0. So this is the branch, and only if it is a branch you can do the modifications. So here I can fix the issue. So assume that you have a home.html file and home.css. The issue with this version 1.0 is that you don't have the mobile number added to your home.html file. If you go to home.html, see, you have only email, you don't have contact details. You need to add contact details, you need to add the mobile number. So you need to add the mobile number to the home.html file. That is the fix that you need to give. So after fixing this issue, you will create a new commit. You will have a new commit, and that commit you are going to tag it as version 1.1. So version 1.1 will be a newer version of 1.0. Let's do that. So let's modify here. So I'm going to add the mobile number here. So we have home.html file. Again, I'll add this to the to the staging area and commit it. So what I'll give the git log, what it is showing us. So you have a new branch version 1.0 and you have a new commit on 1.0, which is for resolving the issue on 1.0, version number 1.0. So I am going to tag this commit. So this will be the new release. I am going to tag it as version 1.1. So again, git log. See, I have tagged this commit as version 1.1. I can push this tag version 1.1 to your remote repository and I can release this version of the code. So if you have this version of the code, you have the fix for the issue that you had on version 1.0, and that issue is addition of, or you don't have the mobile number in your home.html page. So push this tag to the remote repository. So you'll use the command git push origin version 1.1. You'll be asked for the credentials. So we have done it. We have pushed the code. Let's go and see the GitHub. So you will be having 3 releases now: version 1.0, version 1.1 and version 2.0. So what I did now is, from version 1.0, I have checked out the tag version 1.0. I created a branch for the tag and I have a new commit there, C7, which is for modifying the home.html file to include the mobile number, and after that I have merged it with the master. After that I may have to merge this with the master. Let's do the merging also. So by default this won't be a fast forward merge because master has moved forward to C6 commit. We have the C6 commit also on the master, which is not there on the tagged or branch for the tag. So let's merge it. So you are going to merge this version 1.1 or this commit C7 with the master, so that in all the upcoming releases you will have the change. If you want to have that, then only merge it with the master. So this merging by default will not be a fast forward merge, it will be the recursive merge, because master has already moved forward with another commit C6, which is for adding the price feature. So let's merge it. So I'll check out the master and I'm going to merge version 1.0. So let's see where we are. So we are on the master, and if I git log, so let's see where we are now. So we are on the git branch, so you are on the master, and you are going to merge, or let's see, we go to version, we'll check out the version 1.0. So what is the branch name we have given? Let's see what is the branch name we have given.